Welcome back to another episode of It's Empty. Today, I've got a BMW M4 non-starter. No, this is not a love letter. This is a detailed description from the customer about what this M4 has been through. So what's the story with this M4? Let me explain. The M4 was running perfectly fine, as my customer has explained. She went on holiday 3 weeks and didn't put the car on a trickle charger. Bad move. Came back from holiday and the car was dead. So she put the trickle charger on. A couple of hours later, the car started. But then this happened. After the customer managed to get the car started with a little bit of charge, she began to experience these faults. Ignition faults, drainage on the battery. Then the vehicle went to BMW. So what did BMW do to this car? BMW put a new battery on it and charged her. I can't tell you. They also replaced this IBS cable, which is the intelligent battery sensor cabling. Car still had the same faults. So the story gets more involved. So after this customer has been to BMW and the fault still persists after having a new battery and the IBS sensor, the customer is kind of scratching her head thinking, what am I going to do now? So then she books it into another garage, which I can't mention for obvious reasons. They go ahead and start testing the starter motor because it was an ignition fault, and in the process they end up damaging the engine ECU. Bad move. So stay with me. This poor customer then gets a call from the garage, and the garage says to her, can you come and pick your car up? There's nothing wrong with the starter motor, however you drove it into us, we've managed to fry your engine ECU. Bad move from the garage. Not very professional, and to be honest with you, at my business I would never ever do that to any customer. So what does my customer have to do now? Poor thing, picks the vehicle up, takes it home. To be fair to her, she's done a good job by trying to diagnose it herself, and then she reached out to me on Instagram by watching our YouTube videos, a previous one that we did on the M4, which you can find the link here. He reached out to us and then now we're involved. So now that the vehicle is with me at my business, GTech Motorworks in Derby, BMW specialist we're gonna get this car up and running back for the customer because it's been to BMW, they couldn't fix it. It went to another garage, they made it worse. So where we are at the moment, the poor customer recovered the vehicle back from the garage, and after doing a little bit of research, she had the ECU cloned by a company called some ECU Doctor or something like that. The ECU came back, she plugged it in, and now where we are with the vehicle, it cranks but won't start. So that's where we are with this BMW M4. We're going to go ahead now and diagnose it. I'm going to try and turn this around for her really fast because she is worried. She wants a car back and she has spent a lot of money on it so far. So we're going to try and get to the root of it, check everything that we need to. Stay tuned. So what's the next step? The vehicle has come to us. It's completely dead. So we need to get some juice in it. So we've got our Diag starter charger on, straight onto the battery. We've not gone onto the jump pack, onto the jump points in the bonnet. We've gone straight into the actual battery itself because it needed some juice. You know, it's been stood around for a long time, but we've got some charge into it. We're now going to go ahead and do some diagnosis because now we've got ignition. Let's get the fault codes. Let's see what it's got. So after plugging our specialist diagnosis equipment into this BMW M4, I have got a series of faults. Now there is a giveaway sign here. These faults have happened all at exactly the same time and mileage. Now we use the BMW ISTA system here, and if you see here, these are the faults that I have with this BMW M4. Rail pressure sensor faults, charging pressure sensor faults, electronic wastegate faults. These are all linked. Now the big giveaway sign is the mileage here and obviously the kilometers. This has happened at the same time. Now obviously, as a BMW specialist, we have been given the task, here's a can of worms, work your way through it, fix my car. But that's why we are called specialists. Any garage can fit parts and any garage can do servicing and, you know, the basic stuff, which fair play to them. But not every garage can have a car that's been around the block, especially it's been to the dealers and a few other garages who have chucked their spanners in there and made it worse. And it's come to us in a state where it's been fondled with, it's been messed around with. And now I and my team have the task of trying to fix this BMW. So we've got our initial fault codes. We're going to go ahead now and work our way through and find exactly what is preventing this BMW M4 from start. I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Please stay tuned. There will be another detailed video, maybe next week, maybe sooner, on this BMW M4. Wish me luck and see you soon.